the summer of 1534, French explorer Jacques Cartier was frustrated. He had been sent to North America not for fish nor for people. He was charged by his king, Francois I, to find a trade passage through the continent to the Pacific and on to the Orient. Cartier left the French seaport of Saint-Malo and set a course for Newfoundland. Then through the Strait of Belle Isle, and then nothing. Cartier found just confusing shoreline, fog, and dead ends.
I am rather inclined to believe that this is the land God gave to Cain.
Cartier marked each new bay and promontory on his charts. Baie des Châteaux, Île de l'Assomption, Baie du Saint-Laurent. And then Cartier came upon men.
There are people on this coast whose bodies are fairly well formed, but they are wild and savage folk.
Cartier sent some of his men ashore, loaded with trade goods.
As soon as they saw us, they began making signs that they had come to barter with us, and held up some skins of small value with which they clothed themselves. We offered them some knives and other iron goods to give to their chief. They parted all they had to such an extent that they went back naked without anything on them. And they made signs to us that they would return on the morrow with more skins.
With winter approaching, Cartier would soon have to leave. Other than some new maps and encounters with natives, his expedition had revealed nothing. He was determined to come back in the spring, to pick up where he left off. So Cartier planted a cross to claim this land for France.
Chief was dressed in an old black bear skin. Pointing to the cross, he made us a long harangue, making a sign of the cross with his two fingers. And then he pointed to the land all around about, as if he wished to say that the region belonged to him, and we ought not to set up the cross without his permission.
Donnacona, chief of the Donnacona people. Cartier recognized an adversary when he saw one.
We held up an axe to him, pretending we would barter it for his skins. At this he nodded assent, and little by little come near the side of our vessel, thinking he would have the axe. But one of our men who was in our dinghy caught hold of his canoe, and at once 2 or 3 more stepped down into it and made them come on board our vessel, at which they were greatly astonished.
Cartier had not only seized Donnacona, but his 2 sons as well, Domagaya and Tagnawagne.
We explained to them by signs that the cross had been set up to serve as a landmark and guidepost on coming into the harbor, and that we would soon come back and would bring them iron wares and other goods. We told him that we wished to take 2 of his sons away with us, and afterwards would bring them back again to that harbor.
Cartier dressed the sons in European clothes and told Donnacona that they would meet the King of France, then come back the following spring to act as his guides. Then Cartier could sail directly into the river and beyond, to the Orient.